Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about balancing a full-time job and studying for certifications. I've gotten that question a few times and one specific comment, and I want to put it up here right now, that stuck out, and I told this person that I will make a video on my daily routine on how I stay up to speed and keeping myself accountable and doing all the stuff, pretty much a day in the life with me. So if you guys are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you guys are going to DEF CON next week, I will see you there. So let's get into the video and have some fun. Hey guys, so what we're going to be talking about is getting into my daily routine. And like I said, I got inspired by doing this video from a few folks that asked me on Instagram and Twitter. They sent me messages because I guess they seen me, doing some Hack the Box, doing some certifications, and I'm trying to keep myself accountable and put it out there in the world, stuff that I've been doing with Hack the Box and TCM Security and all those folks, because if I showcase what I've been doing, if those folks may have the question, how does he do it? How do I keep up? And it's a question, it's a valid question, because I used to fight with it all the time until I made some tweaks in my day. So stay till the end, and I want to share my, I don't want to say my secrets, because it's pretty easy. You just have to be disciplined. So to be honest, I actually have some stuff written down just so I have some talking points. So the first thing I want to talk about is balancing a full-time job with personal studies. It can be absolutely difficult, especially if you're working on a full project, if you're doing, like, say, for example, a pen test or whatever you're doing, and you have your full-time job, and try to put into, study time, family time, getting outside of your room or your office to get out in the world. Like, I go to the gym every day. I try to disconnect at least for an hour or two, and then I'm right back at it, studying, doing my stuff. So we all know that, obviously the InfoSec or the cybersecurity field is moving rapidly, right? It evolves really, really quickly. And keeping up with, like, new techniques like CrowdStrike that happened the other day, keeping up with everything is so essential, right? We need to do this. And by finding the time and energy to study after a long day, it is not easy. And so today I want to, like I said, I want to share some of those tips and tricks to balance that stuff out. So what is Pat's daily routine? I actually wrote some stuff down here. So let's start with my daily routine, right? So I break it into manageable chunks. This is what I do. So the first thing is I wake up, I brush my teeth, wash my face, I drink my green tea. Everyone knows I love my green tea. And then I start with a specific goal. If, for an example, we're going to talk about studying, right? So if I'm waking up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and I start work at 8 or 9, so for an hour or two, however much time I have in that morning, like, I will get onto Hack the Box, for example, the academy for the penetration testing path. I would do two modules, right? Not two little questions. And what I did, like I showed when I did the TCM stuff, if I know the topic pretty decent, I don't read everything. I just go hit next until it actually shows me what I need to do to answer that question. And then I focus. And if it's something that I don't know, then I have to go back. I probably do things, backwards, but that's just what I do. Maybe you have to read from front to back. I'm probably dyslexic. I have to read from back to front. So that's pretty much how I've been, going in the mornings. Get into work. I look at cybersecurity news, check out Twitter, check out LinkedIn, check all that stuff, check emails, check alerts, and blah, 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 all that stuff, right? It all depends on what's going on for that day and that week. So what do I do during my work hours? So that's when I focus on my job responsibility. Whatever it is, I want to maintain being productive, right? Maintain productivity and avoid distractions. And I also strictly study outside of hours. So if I have 1 hour from 12 to 1 or 12:30 to 1:30 for my lunch, I'll just go grab something to eat quickly, since I work remote. So I'll grab something quickly, I'll eat it takes me 5 minutes to eat, and then I have 55 minutes to study. So literally I have 2 hours in the morning, 1 hour, 45 to 50 minutes during lunch. And then I go to the gym around 5:30. And then I come home about 6:30, but we'll get into my nightly routine. But that's pretty much that. Okay. So then my next one is my evening routine, right? So obviously when I get out of work, I go to the gym, I need to have my personal time before I get back to studying. It's crucial to disconnect and reset. It's so critical, right? And then I set clear boundaries for myself when I study. For an example, if I know I'm going to go balls to the wall to get this whole thing done, I'm going to focus and I'm going to study until 1 o'clock in the morning that night. Like the last month and a half, I've been staying up super, super late and going to bed super late and waking up super early and continuing the cycle. My goal is to accomplish the CPTS and some of the TCM web app security certifications before hockey season starts. So that's my goal, right? So I've been really, really focused, and I did some, I did some of the pro labs from Hack the Box, like Zephyr, Dante, Rasta Labs, and I just finished offshore as well, and now I'm finishing up APT Labs. So yes, I do a lot, but how do I do it? I just break it into chunks, and I do it whatever I can. I do it whenever I can and whatever I can. So that's pretty much my nightly routine. So now we'll talk about time management, right? I think that's super, super critical. I know this video might be long, but people will ask me, and this is the day in the life with me, right? So now let's talk about time management and how to prioritize that, right? These are the actually key work and study balance, and you can be effective with this. So first one is pretty clear, right? Set clear goals, right? Define short-term and long-term goals for both work and study, right? Like we all say, I don't know if you heard of it, but it's called the SMART method, right? Specifics, then measurable, achievable, relevant, and then time management or time bond, right? So having this methodology will be key for your studies, your work, and all that stuff, right? So set those little goals, and that's what I've been doing, and that's how I've been achieving so much. So task management tools, that's definitely a key. I was never good at this before 3 months ago. I'm gonna be honest. I would just put it like a little alarm on my phone. Hey Pat, set an alarm for 7 o'clock to meet up with the boys or the group. We're gonna study tonight, right? But no, like now, you can use different kinds of time management tools, whatever, Trello, whatever you want to use, right? I use Trello, and then set simple to-do lists, right? You can even do it with Notion. Notion, you can do like a little to-do list, and then you can keep your progress and stay organized, right? And that's what I do, and that's how I've been, doing all these certifications and doing all these studying and staying on track. And then the next one here is time blocks or time blocking, right? So allocate specific time blocks for different activities, right? So if I'm saying, like, I've been doing pro labs and I've been doing a lot of shit, right? So if I want to say pro labs for tonight for 2 hours and then maybe 2 hours for the academy, right? So that's how I was doing it, right? So this helps you build a consistent routine as well. Now, the next thing here we can talk about is effective study techniques, right? And I actually got a few of these from Keith Barker from CBT Nuggets as well. Now let's focus on some effective study techniques. This is what I do. And like I said, I got this from Keith Barker. He was on my channel last year, I think. Man, Keith, if you ever watch this, I think it's been over a year now. And then the topic was how to stay focused studying, right? Like, how does someone keep learning when you have a full-time gig, right? So the first thing here is focus study sessions. What do I mean by that? You have to actually focus on the session that you're studying. So use techniques like, I put chunks, in my notes, I put use techniques like chunks. So pretty much like 25 minutes, you study and then focus on, something different. For 5 minutes, go take a drink, and then, avoid multitasking to enhance, your concentration, because that's not going to work. Like I said, I used to do this, I used to try to do everything, I'm probably going like this because I ate some Indian food tonight and it was spicy as shit. And now my nose is running. So no, I don't do the good stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much, try to avoid multitasking to enhance concentration. The next bullet here that I want to talk about is hands-on practice. So when you're studying, make sure you get your hands on the keyboard. If you're doing pen testing, if you're doing defensive, whatever you're doing, even if it's IT or whatever, make sure you get on the keyboard and do whatever you're learning, right? I think that's so critical because I want to emphasize the importance of practical experience using stuff like Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, set up your own labs. I have so many videos on lab creation, and doing that will definitely keep you sharp. Like I said, like I've learned so much in the last month and a half that, I didn't think I can do. I want to be honest. Like I've learned so much shit. Like I had a mental block in my head. Like I'm too stupid for that. Really, I'm speaking the truth, right? So I'm like, no, fuck it. I can do it. You know what I mean? I'm going to break through this shit and do it. So, and I did. And if those folks, and that's why I try to put my stuff out there, not to brag, it's just to showcase that you can do anything if you put your mind to it. And I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? So, and that's the God honest truth, and it's coming from me. So the next bullet here, or the next topic, is balancing life and work, right? So it's also critical to have a work-life balance. Definitely. You should always, right? So, so the first thing I have here is work-life balance. So take regular breaks, avoid overworking because you're gonna burn yourself out, right? Incorporate hobbies like physical activities. I put hockey, soccer, whatever you want to do for your well-being. Basketball, handball, whatever, fucking pickleball, whatever it is. I don't even know. People play pickleball. Whatever you do, you just go out there, have that balance. Get out of the house, go fucking move your body, move around, and just stay focused, right? I should have put arm wrestling for mine because that's one of mine. But, and then family and social time, right? Allocate time for your family and social activities to avoid burnout because that's super important. And it has probably, caused me some fights in my life because, especially when you don't have someone that's supportive. Like when I was doing OSCP studies or when I was doing, Cisco studies back in the day, I would be like, okay, like I need to study. This Cisco certification is not easy. I want to be studying for 20 hours a week, or I can't do, I can't go on date night tonight or whatever the hell the case may be because I have to study. But just make sure you try to make that time because it can be difficult. It can be difficult because especially when you're so focused. And I think I said this the other day when I was on with Ryan, right? I was like so focused. I was at the gym and I was doing, I think it was Dante or Rasta Labs. I don't remember what pro lab I was doing, but I was stuck. And I was like, hey guys, for the group that I was studying with or I was doing these things with, I was like, I'm going to go to the gym. I need to disconnect. And once I got to the gym, I was stretching and fucking the answer popped in my head. And then literally, I ran home because I was like, I want to get this. And then the technique, and then I got that flag. But the moral of the story is disconnect. Because when you disconnect, you can reset. And now you can see you can see the answer clearly. And then the next thing I want to talk about is leveraging community and resources on the internet. So having a community, like I have my people, I have the people that I study with, and we all have our strengths. You know what I mean? Maybe someone's really good with web app. I'm not the best with web app. I'm getting better. I'm not going to lie. But maybe someone's really shit at Active Directory hacking, and I'm fairly decent with that. So now we can change or exchange different techniques and how to do stuff, right? So we can learn from each other, even at work, right? So leveraging the community and can be greatly enhance your learning experience. It has done wonders. Even when I was studying for PMPT, I was doing it alone. When I did my PJPT, I was like, okay. And once I got with a group of folks, I did that shit in 2 weeks because I had the fucking smack in the ass. You know what I mean? Like the fire. So join communities, participate in online forums, Discord groups, local meetups, engage with your peers, share your knowledge, and stay motivated. What my advice is. And then you can also utilize free resources, right? There's plenty of free shit out there, or low cost resources like YouTube. Here we go. YouTube University. There's Hack the Box. There's TCM Security. There's Try Hack Me. There's so many other platforms out there to learn at such a small price. it's a no-brainer, right? Look at blogs, look at, open courseware, so many other things you can do, all right? And then this is the last thing that I have for you guys, and we're about 15 minutes in, so I don't want to bore you. So now we have the tips to stay motivated. These are something I had to like really think about, because I always have to stay motivated to even wake up and do this shit, right? Even this YouTube thing, right? Like I've been doing it for 4 years. Yeah, I just hit 100,000, a little over 100 now. And I'm so appreciative. I love every single one of you guys. But staying motivated is because you guys enjoy the content, or, enjoy my realness, or whatever the fuck you enjoy. You know what I mean? Just shooting the shit, teaching, giving my life experiences. And that's what really, really sparks the fire under my ass to fucking wake up and do this thing again and again and again. All right, the last one, then we'll shut up. Staying motivated is essential for long-term success, right? If you want to do the long-term game, you have to stay motivated. You have to stay, keep it going, because if you don't, you're going to stay stagnant, complacent, and you're fucked. So so track your progress. That's what I've been doing for the last 3 months or 2.5 months. I've been tracking my progress, what I'm really shit at, what I'm really good at, what I need, improvement with. And whatever I need improvement with, I'll go on Try Hack Me or Hack the Box. I'll Google, okay, I need to know, I'm really bad with C, for an example, right? Because now I'm starting to learn and do writing some C# stuff to bypass, or some EDR or something like that. Like I said, like I'm doing this on the back end. I don't really talk about this, but I'm learning about this, and now I have to do this and to incorporate some of the techniques for APT labs, right? Because that shit is fucking hard as hell. Anyhow, so keep a journal or log your achievements and progress, right? So then celebrate those milestones. That's and I pretty much put in parentheses here, share with LinkedIn, share with Twitter, and share with Instagram, right? Because your achievement, it's so important to you, and I only share it because I want to let the world know you can do it too. Right? Like I always say this, and I'm like, maybe I'm a little smart, right? Or maybe I don't give myself enough credit, but I always think that there's always someone smarter, but they don't realize how smart they are, right? So you just make sure you fucking just aim for the sky, and just sky's the limit, So celebrate those milestones. Reward yourself by reaching the goals, whatever. Go fucking buy yourself a pizza, whatever. Whatever you want to do, go celebrate. I'll buy myself a pair of sneakers, right? So also the last thing here is stay updated, right? Always update your knowledge. Try to be with the latest trend and news in cybersecurity, or IT, or networking, or cloud, or whatever you're in, right? That's pretty much That's pretty much it, right? So the conclusion, what I want to talk about is, the recap of everything that we spoke about in this video is balancing InfoSec, work, and personal studying, right? So we want to make sure we have a structured routine, clear goals, and effective study techniques, and a good work-life balance. That's key. And then use the community and the free resources that we have out there on the internet, and take advantage of it, because not everyone is rich. Not everyone can afford stuff, and that's why there's beautiful people out there like the community giving out shit for free, right? So, and always celebrate your little milestones, because that milestone is really, really critical for you. And if you put that out there, you can impact someone else. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And if you are at DEF CON next week, let me know. Hit me up, put it in the comments, or on LinkedIn or whatever. I'll probably put something out on Sunday or Monday on LinkedIn. So if you guys want to link up and have a chit chat, I'm more than happy. And I'm no John Hammond or someone famous, but if you want to chit chat and shoot the shit, I'm going to be out there. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And for more tips and tutorials about cybersecurity, stay tuned, and we'll be back with more. Have a good one.